Welcome back, folks, to World of Warships Legends. I'm Soopa-Dave, and today we're going to do something a little different. We haven't done battleship guides in a little bit, so I have a couple lined up for you, the Amagi and the Ibuki. So, with that being said, let's talk about the commander. We are using ARP Musashi. Why are we doing that? To help dispersion, especially when the spotter plane's up. It is a very good build, and as soon as I switch the build, I could definitely notice difference. You guys will see it in the match today. As you can see, we are using Scharnhorst and D. Revell for our inspirations. Her skill is main shell dispersion. Is much better when the spotter plane is active. Flammable cannoneer, gyrating drill bits, marksmanship, and her skill is gun layer. And we are not so worried about the spotter plane duration, but the AP shell fuse timer shortening is a good thing. And why is that a good thing? Generally, Japanese battleships have a lot of the times the biggest guns at the tier, and they can overpen quite a bit, and this really helps. You're going to see this in this match today as well. I really like the Musashi build quite a bit. Let's talk about the upgrades. We are using Aiming Systems Mod 1, Propulsion Mod 2. Now, in this video, I was using the steering gears. I definitely would switch on this ship to Propulsion Mod. I've been kind of debating between battleships which ones I like more, and I'm starting to like Propulsion Mod actually better. So just keep that in mind when you're playing. Concealment Mod in the third slot as always, and on the last one, we take the main battery reload and the penalty traverse. The first one, as always, for me, basically in every ship, is the targeting system to get the range, then the hull, and then the engine to get more speed. So, for your loadouts, you have 3 okay heals. They're not great, but they're there. And 4 observation planes, and these are going to really help you with your dispersion. Now, obviously, normal spotter planes do. Oh, they're called observation seaplanes now. But anyway, they are normally called, or normally do help with your shell grouping. But with this build, they help our grouping and our dispersion. So when you shoot with a spotter plane with this thing, it is a much better because this ship can be super trolly. Like with the normal Japanese battleships, better at range than it is up close, particularly our Amagi, because this is more of a battle cruiser, as you can see. And what does that mean? A battle cruiser means that it doesn't have the world's best armor. We will take a look at that in a second. 62,000 health, and it definitely, the torpedo reduction is pretty handy. Artillery, you have the 16.1-inch guns, reload in 25 seconds, and the AP is very solid on these things. You would definitely want to use AP more than HE. I rarely come off of AP in Japanese battleships in general, but particularly on this ship. AA defense, it's there. It's not awful, but it's not super amazing. Most of the planes you're going to shoot out down are pretty close in. Maneuverability, it is pretty decent on speed. The turning circle isn't great, and the rudder shift is not amazing, but it's a battleship. 13.4 detectability. Like I said, it's a battleship. You're not sneaking up on a dead moose in open water. Now we're going to go to stats, and you're going to laugh very hard until I show you something. 47% win rate, right, guys? One thing I want you guys to know is the main gun accuracy was at 30% before switching to Musashi. So it's probably around 40 when I play, as you can average them out. This is not a bad ship, and this win rate does not talk about this. So I'm going to show exactly why. We played 49 battles. We survived half of them, almost half of them. We average 100,000 damage, and we average 100,000 potential. I'm not sure why, guys, but the matchmaking on this ship for me has not been great. Okay, so you see that? That's 47 win percent with the same stats. We're going to go look at Kansas, right? which you guys know I love and do very well in for the most part. I have a almost 80% win rate. I survive a third of the battles. I average less damage per match and less potential damage. So, you can clearly see that Amagi, you know, my matchmaking has been rough, and in this one, the matchmaking has been pretty good. So, you have to keep that in mind when you're looking at them stats. That win rate does not matter on that ship at all. I can tell you I am super effective with this ship. Not a 40% win rate effectiveness, that's for sure. Not 80 either, but it should be closer to 65 or 70 like a lot of my other ships. With that being said, here's the armor on it here, guys. And it's not super wonderful. It's not atrociously bad. Your bow and stern are 32, meaning Musashi really is the only thing you have to worry about. Them big 18-inch guns. So, but when you take this off, guys, you can see you do have some relatively decent armor plating. It's a turtleback, but it's not a turtleback that's going to save you, if you guys notice here. So we'll take this off. This is not a turtleback that's going to save you. Okay, do not rely on this turtleback. This is a battle cruiser, meaning that you put yourself in a bad position, you're going to get wrecked in this thing. Now, if you're careful, this thing can be pretty tanky. You'd see my potential damage is right around 1,000,000. It's just like all my other battleships. So if you're careful, you're fine. As we go ahead and start this match and check who we're up against, I do want to say it is disclaimer time. This is a beginner's guide to help out people just learning this ship or learning the game in general. This is not for professional gamers that know everything there is to know about everything. There is also multiple ways to build and play ships, so opinions will vary. I am just a above average player. I don't claim to be the best player in the world. I just am a pretty darn good player. So I do make mistakes. You're going to see some in this match. And also, you didn't come to this video to see how to pronounce names, as I am very terrible at slaughtering other beautiful languages. It's almost an art form, so keep that in mind when you're watching this, guys. With that out of the way, one thing I want to mention, guys, is you can 100% use the free-to-play Commander Tagagi as well. Just to give you guys a heads up, I just like the Musashi build because of the shell time fuse for citadels and the accuracy while we have our spotter plane up, which I guess now is called an observation plane. Either way, we spawn at the middle of estuary. We're going to have a Turpitz here, so I'm thinking, oh, this is going to be really good. I'm going to get crossfires. He's going to help pack up stuff. I'll be honest, I'm not sure what this Turpitz is going to do. Alright, so, as always in the middle, if we can spawn in the middle and stay here, we definitely are. And we are going to try to get some effective crossfires. And Amagi is really good at this. I wouldn't recommend playing very close in with Amagi. I wouldn't say stay at the back of the map either. But generally with Japanese battleships, the longer range you're going to have, the better off you're going to be with a sniping duel. They have better accuracy at distance. But you're going to see there's Amagi. We're not going to shoot instantly. Why are we not going to shoot instantly? I'm not into a position yet where I feel good. However, there's a Fiji here. And you guys are going to see what I'm talking about with this accuracy and this fuse timer. We are not going to overpen this Fiji here. You see the spotter plane go up. You guys want to see a magic trick. And you guys, look at this. 3 citadels, no overpins. Alright? And we turned that cruiser into a new Fiji-class submarine. Alright, with our nice little magic trick there. He didn't even know we were here. Anyway, now we're going to take a shot at Amagi. And as you can see here, we're going to try to push up. Like I said, I'm not sure what Bismarck is doing. Or Turpitz. To me, it doesn't make any sense to back out here. You clearly see the destroyer was spotted on the other side of the map, so you don't have to worry about getting torped to death. But we are going to be careful. It doesn't mean we're going to go broadside to everybody, especially with Amagi right there. And the Amagi duel is going to come later. And this is why this is such a good showcase for this match. You're going to see Amagi's strengths and you're going to see Amagi's weaknesses. You're going to see this thing absolutely as well troll me with accuracy once in a while, especially on this close in. Now, we're going to start to push up. We're feeling pretty safe here, so we're going to start to move up. We're not so worried about the destroyer. We kind of seen where that was last spotted. We are 100% going to push up here. Now, we don't want to push up too far and get ourselves in a bad spot, but we have a really good opportunity here to get crossfires. You can see Amagi's out or Mogami's out there. We've already gotten rid of the Fiji. If we can help our destroyer here and get rid of this Amagi, and you're going to see at 15 kilometers starting to come in, we're not going to get the world's best Citadel, salvo, but we're still going to get a Citadel. That overpinning thing on this Japanese battleships is really nice because a lot of times these guns will overpin stuff with Tagagi. So her fuse timer is definitely a big help. Now our destroyer is not playing ideal and gets himself killed. And again, we do another Citadel to Mogami. Now, may have played this little part here a little bit different. Mogami goes dark. I'm still going to take a shot here. I'm not mad with that. I wish I would have aimed a little bit lower here. I actually thought Mogami was backing up, especially when I take this shot a little bit higher, and you can see we do get a hit. We know where he's at, so we get 2 defends, 1 for splash damage apparently, or something. But we hit 1 shell, get a full pin on it. Clearly, he's still over there, so we're going to take another shot. But I thought he was actually backing up here a little bit, guys. You'll notice I'll take a little bit higher shot. And obviously, we don't have anything targeted, so this version is not wonderful here. But we did go over there. So I figured he'd be backing up with that battleship coming up at him. And he wasn't. So we're going to get our guns loaded, and we're going to start to try to get pushed up here because, as you can see, now he's coming out, and we are going to take our shot and go ahead and finish off Mogami here with another full. You can see we're not getting, even on these cruisers, guys, we weren't getting a whole lot of overpins. We got a couple there, but we had as many or more full pins on that Mogami. So now we're going to push up. We are using this island to help us. We're going to start shooting Mogami here. Bismarck. Heinrich isn't in the spot where we can shoot him yet. But I want to push up. A couple reasons here. Caps are even. They have a destroyer. And right now the ships are even. I want to get into a position where I can get even more crossfire here. And work on getting that cap, the sea cap. So when you're in battleships, you can get caps. There's no rules against getting caps. So we're going to take another shot at Bismarck over there. We're going to make sure we're safe coming in. And you're going to see we finish off Bismarck. Now, instead of just damage farming Heinrich here, we're going to go and get behind this, or get this cap. It's a close match. This is still a very close match. They have a destroyer. You never know what can happen, right? So we're going to take a shot, but we're going to worry about this cap. There's nothing stopping me from taking it. We're going to work our way up here and do that. Reason being is, in my head, I'm thinking Heinrich and Azuma are going to back up instead of charging into our teammates. I did not. I should have known better on Heinrich. Because, you know, it's a German battleship. All they know is go forward in a straight line. But you can see we are here. Azuma, I get spotted here by a plane for a second. Azuma should see me here. But again, worried about the cap. So I'm not worried about putting myself in a terrible position here. As you see, we're going to take a shot at Heinrich here. And this is what I'm talking about with the dispersion sometimes, guys. I think on this hit, that didn't look very good. And you can see it wasn't very good. Only 3 of my shells hit, doing no damage. That was partially aiming, but also just partially dispersion. As you can see here, we're going to go ahead. We're spotted now, and we are going to absolutely take out Azuma here, getting our 4th kill of the match. Now, had I know how this match was going to turn out, we'd do this a little differently. So I see it looks like our side can win that side of the battle here, and there's a destroyer with no health. So I'm thinking that destroyer is going to go down, and Heinrich's going to go down. So I'm thinking here I probably should turn and get ready. Now, right here, knowing the outcome of this match, I should have shot this shot, right? I probably finish him off, but I'm trying not to kill steal. We talked about it last video. I don't like to kill steal. And you're going to see I probably should have here. As we were 4 kills, that would have gave us a Kraken, but it's even going to be a little bit funnier when you see the end of the match here. So, Amagi's actually pretty quick, so we're going to get her and work over and help our teammates on this side of the match. I'm spotted. That means the destroyer's within 13-4. You can see there is the Friesland. We take a shot, hoping we can get him. Don't get the world's best luck here. That's okay. He don't have much health, and it looks like he's charging the battleship, which makes no sense to me. I don't know why he's charging a battleship. Friesland has no torps. I was very confused with this. I kept pushing up because I thought, to be honest with you, as I'm not spotted anymore, I thought he was going to run and try to, and I would be able to cut him off. That was my game plan here. And you can see, there he is. We're going to lead him because we assume he's accelerating, and we really want to get him finished off. Obviously, he's probably going to die anyway, but we get our Kraken on the Friesland. But you can see we could have had 6 kills at this point if we had shot Heinrich. And now you're going to see the weakness of Amagi. The Amagi that we looked at earlier is now not going to make an ideal turn. This is a magic trick type of maneuver. Now he's at 11 kilometers, so we're not going to get a dev strike, but you can see we absolutely wreck him getting our high caliber. You do not want to go broadside in Amagi. One thing to note too, guys, I'm doing all this damage and I haven't even hit 40 shells yet, guys. I had 30-some shells, 39 shells hit. And we're going to go ahead. I'm telling my teammates back off. There's no reason to lose this match, just in case I do something stupid and get caught. It's happened before, but you can see only 4 of our shells hit there. He did. I actually wasn't expecting him to go as broadside as he has been in here, but anyway, we're going to come down with the last 4 seconds here, and we are going to finish off Amagi, getting our 6th kill. We have a high caliber, and we captured a base, guys. That's about as complete of a game as you're going to get. You know, for the most part. That's a solid game. But anyway, you can clearly guess we're probably going to be top of the team. But this ship, you can see, even with that fuse time lower, 6 citadels. Guys, we only had 39 shells hit with a 3,600 base game. Almost 7 kills. Probably should have been if I was a smarter player. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time, folks. Have a good one.